Hello everyone and welcome. This is Skyrim Stories and this is episode 1. If you don't know what this is all about, then I recommend you go back and you watch the introductory video. That all being said, let's get started. We're making a random character with the random alternate start mod, or the alternate random start mod, or whatever it's called. I rolled to see which race I would get, and voila, I got a dark elf. But not only that, I got a female dark elf. So that was fun. I went through some different appearances and presets. Basically built the character up with die rolls, and this is what we got. It was a female dark elf. And I did not expect this in the least, but that's what happens when you add things like random to your description of what you're going to do. This was probably the most alarming part, is that I have no idea. This is her war paint color is a white skull on her face, so she's very intimidating. Not really sure what kind of character she's going to end up being, but we'll see how it goes. So name-wise, I went to a random name generator and was inspired. So Dilvari Ferus is her name. And with that being done, we went ahead and launched into the rest of the mod. Now here's where we picked our kit. Now this time around I was going to do a random thing, and then I thought, hey, I'll roll the dice, and if I get a 6 I'll do none. Guess what I got? I got a 6. None. This means she gets nothing starting off. No gold, foot wrapping, just foot wrappings and a peasant's tunic. So she goes into the game, and Dilvari finds herself at Windward Ruins, and at this point, I have no idea what she's doing here, so we just have her run out. Somebody's looking at her. She's not happy about that. She takes off. Once she gets out to the road, she gets attacked by something, turns around, and voila, it's a skeever, which she takes out pretty quickly with some fire magic. And as she's trying to figure out what to do, and looting the skeever tail, she gets attacked again, which sets up the most epic skeever death ever. Yeah. So this is Dilvari, and she heads back into the ruins just looking for anything, anything she could find to either keep her warm or to feed her or anything. She finds Zip and Nada, so heads to the road. In order to make things more complicated, I start off the Frostfall mod, because what's more fun than running around in the snow with foot wrappings? Hypothermia, here we come. Anyway, Dilvari heads down the road, and pretty much she got lucky. She got to Dawnstar nice and quick. And the guard sets us up with a little foreshadowing about nightmares happening in town. She heads to the Windspear Inn, just trying to get warm. She's got no money, she's got nothing, only the charity of others. Stumbles into an odd conversation here with some of the locals, and they talk about weird dreams they're having. She doesn't seem to care really too much. She's just interested in what she should do next. She resists the urge to steal some food and decides to check out the mines, where she's hoping to be able to make some money. Nice quicksilver mine, and this actually ended up to be a really good call for her.
Quicksilver ore is rare, worth digging.
So she finds a pickaxe and begins to mine. During a break, she's exploring and finds that, hey, somebody's left some bread, some quicksilver ore, and an axe could come in handy for chopping wood, and some Nord meat and some wine. Who's going to notice that, right? And,
Hope nobody misses that.
Yeah, me too, says Dilvari. So she goes back to mining. She pretty much mines throughout the entire night, eating an occasional sweet roll and taking some food offered to her for dinner. In between her mining shifts, she takes a nap, gets some rest, but she knows the crucial part right now is to get some money so she can move forward, because she's got nothing. She sells the quicksilver to the leg elf here, and is rather surprised when she comes out with a whopping 325 gold, so she quickly heads to the next step, which is to get some armor. Doesn't take too long. Picks up some studded armor, and Doesn't look like it'll protect her from the wind, but
Let
hey,
me know if there's
it's
anything
armor.
else you need.
Goes the wind spear in, gets a room. After a brief nap again, she heads out here and decides to talk to this fellow,
Need
Arander.
something? The entire town is being plagued by horrible nightmares. They're in serious danger, but I'm afraid there's little I can do about it.
So Dilvari is very curious at this point and decides to
I need
talk
to
with him a
return
little bit
to the
further.
source of the problem.
He needs to get to a place called Nightcaller Temple.
You'd be
Now,
willing to assist
Dilvari,
me in
again,
that
we don't really
regard.
know what she's capable of,
I would
but
simply
I'm
ask
sensing a
that you
theme here
trust
and a
me.
possible story for her.
Help me end
So
Dawnstar's nightmares.
he asks her for help, and I did a little die roll here, and the die roll came up with that she could trust him.
My Lady Mara will
So
be quite
this
pleased.
priest of Mara is going to
Nightcaller Temple is
escort
only a short
Dilvari
walk from Dawnstar.
to the Nightcaller Temple, wherein, I suppose, adventure will ensue. Funny thing happened here. They decided to leave,
I promise to answer all of your
promises to answer the questions, and then... yeah. I guess he just feels the need to, yeah. Arander is a very kind soul. Mara bless you, Arander. So they head off into the cold, cold winds around Dawnstar, and Arandar talks about how good it is to help these people, and Dilvari is really wondering about her clothing choice as the winds are getting pretty cold, and we're wondering just how long it's going to take to get up this hill. Eventually, Nightcaller Temple comes into sight. Dilvari is still wondering about her armor choice, but they do get near the temple. Arander has told her that there's a site to Mara inside, and they've got a lot of work to do, including killing a bunch of frostbite spiders at the entrance. Again, Dilvari uses magic. We're not really sure how she knows, so we're going to have to figure that out. And then Arander asks to speak to her before they go into the temple.
Years ago, this temple was raided by an orc war party seeking revenge. They were being plagued by nightmares, just like the people of Dawnstar. Knowing they could never defeat the orcs, the priests of Vermina released what they called the miasma, putting everyone to sleep. I'm concerned that when this place is unsealed, the miasma will dissipate and they'll awaken, both orcs and priests alike. Because the rituals would last for months or even years, the miasma was designed to slow down the aging process. Once we get inside,
And with that,
all
Arander
clear.
begins to head into Nightcaller Temple, and Dilvari, with magic at the ready, follows him in. Now, Dilvari, I'm starting to get a sense of her character, and regardless of her appearance with the skull-faced war paint, I think Dilvari is a quote-unquote good character. She's following Arander, she's trying to help. Whether or not she knows all of her past at this point, I'm not so sure.
I'll have this open.
Arander opens a magical door with his abilities. She waits patiently and then will follow him in. I think Dilvari, maybe Dilvari woke up at those Windward ruins, and maybe she doesn't know all of her past either. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out as we go. Arander shows her the Skull of Corruption, and something they're probably going to have to deal with soon, and it involves getting into an inner sanctum to destroy the skull. Following Arander down the ramp, they head towards a magical portal, and then, well, things get interesting.